Hello, St. Paul Lutheran Church family. This is Pastor Owen, and this video details what happened in the past week and takes a look ahead to this week as well. Today is April 27th, 2026. Yesterday was the fourth Sunday of Easter. We heard a word from John 10. We heard about some sheep that only follow the shepherd's voice. We heard that Jesus is the gate by which you are saved, by which you are given abundant life. Quite a message that the entirety of John 10 has for us. And the message continues. Now we jump into the 14th chapter of John. I am the way, the truth, and the life. This is included. Also, do not let your hearts be troubled. So, very familiar text, and it should be fun as sermon prep happens this week, and to dive in the text with you, possibly for adult Bible study. We've got some good stuff here that comes to us from the Bible that has the promises of Christ for you right there in that book, that wonderful book. Let's see, some highlights. I should go through, I've got a few tabs open. One displays a picture of those still waters we heard about from Psalm 23 on Sunday. This was a couple days before that when I was up in Alexandria. This is not the best picture in the world. I should have took more pictures. But yeah, it was great to have a first call pastor's retreat through the Augustana district of the LCMC and to meet with people, to worship with them and hear a good word from them, to visit and talk about some impactful things in the pastoral ministry and the things that affect all of us as members of the church. So, yeah, really fun stuff there that I can report on. Some of our attention goes to confirmation. Maybe I could highlight that. If you would like to take a confirmation examination, I've got one for you. Okay, so it's really been cool to see what the kids have been able to produce so far through this, but there's a few sections. You want a tour? Here's where they distinguish law or gospel, or you. I'm serious about that. I'll put one in your mailbox, and you fill out however much you want to, and I get to give you feedback. And it's, by the way, the feedback is one of my favorite things to do. You'll see a different colored pen here, where in this case Reagan is doing awesome work with this, and then I get to preach in the margins here as we go through. So yes, sometimes I end up writing just as much as the kids do, very small writing. But yeah, these kids are preaching to me, and I get to preach this good word that I hear from them and what we encounter in Scripture and give that back to them. That's a lot of what confirmation is, and it's been cool to go through the exam, and not just the first part, of course. You have these short answer sections summarizing the Bible in 3 words, no less. Short answer section, 1 to 2 sentences or so, from the Old Testament, the New Testament, and our small catechism, year of lessons. And then they are actually going to preach a couple of mini sermons to me. They're going to write them out. And you saw the blanks where they write, well, they've got a question bank. They're not going to answer every single one of these questions, and neither are you, unless you want to. But they get to select some of these big themed questions that should offer a good opportunity where I can tell, you know what, they're hearing this word from God pretty well. And if not, I get to sit next to them and work on that with them. So I've got a lot of questions for you. You can see them. I'm still scrolling. You're probably getting sick of my scrolling. And some pretty good prompts to preach from too. So you are invited. And I promise I would love to give you feedback on your answers, and it's a pretty good way to preach to me if you want to do that. All right, so back to our regularly scheduled video here. I'll share a video on this post as we move from the Gospels in the New Testament now to the book of Acts. There's a video for that. Christ's Church Preaches Christ. And now for schedule of activities this week. Adult Bible study starts a little bit earlier than is customary, 5:30 p.m. on Wednesday night. Confirmation class and all junior Lutherans can show up Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. A couple different things going on Wednesday night. Friday we have a couple things too. Men's breakfast Friday at 6:30 a.m. And junior Lutherans are going to get together for an activity after school. We'll try to meet here at 1:15 on Friday. Should be a lot of fun. All right, birthdays this week. We've got one on Sunday, Joan Hansman. Happy birthday, Joan. And no anniversaries. And here is a wonderful, you know this verse. It's about the keys, these keys that you have to use. But you are a chosen people, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, God's special possession, that you may declare the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his wonderful light. That's what God does when he gives you his mercy. And then he says, you can give this mercy from me, that is from me, to others. What a gift we have that we receive, and then that God gives through us in our voices. All right, have a good week, everybody. God's blessings to you.